Super excited to talk to you guys about final expense life insurance. I know, as if it doesn't get any more exciting about life insurance. I know I talked about term insurance in another video, but I think that final expense life insurance is one of the bigger needs in regular families here today. The reason why is because I see so many different incidents where I'm driving down the street and there's a car wash because they didn't have enough money to bury their loved ones or have some type of party or mariachis for their loved ones. I see the GoFundMes on Facebook. I see it all the time, and it's really uncomfortable for me, being a life insurance and retirement planning specialist, to go and comment on one of those posts and go, hey, I can help you with that. It's just really uncomfortable. So final expense life insurance is for, realistically, the above aged people. Mom and dad, normally they are over 45 and under 85. So imagine a life insurance policy that's going to cover you permanently, that you can get any amount on. So in every different insurance company, they're gonna have maximums, but you can have multiple insurance policies on one individual. So if I have mom and dad who are on a fixed income and I know I'm coming out of the pocket to pay for their burial, I might want to get a final expense life insurance policy. Here's what it is. It's a non-medical permanent life insurance policy. That's right, non-medical. So they don't have to take blood, urine, step on a scale. They don't have to do any of that stuff, and they will get life insurance. A lot of cases, it will be guaranteed, which I'll get into in a second. So here's what happens normally. Mom passes, dad passes, a family member passes, and there's costs associated with it. I'm in California and it's 2018 right now, but burial costs right now are about anywhere between $15,000 to $18,000. And that's if you don't want like a mariachi or a after party, or let's just say, God forbid, you want to take a month off because you've gone through a pretty major setback in your family. You know, you have to account for it. Am I making $5,000 a month right now and I need another $5,000 to shore up that monthly cost? So that's very important. So imagine getting a life insurance policy on mom or dad, they pass away, and a death benefit is paid to the beneficiaries. Now, I've gotten a couple people, they're my agents, that have questions, because I know that you have questions. Dre, what question you got?
Is this a term policy or a term policy?
So, is a final expense life insurance policy a term insurance policy or a permanent insurance policy? This particular policy is a permanent whole life policy. Now, here's what I'll tell you. There's other companies, I'm not gonna say any names, but there's other companies that hate permanent life insurance. That's fine. I challenge you to get a quote from them on a 77-year-old female or male, or 71-year-old female or male, and say, hey, get me a term insurance quote on this person. They don't have one. So no matter who says what, always discuss your options with insurance companies. The Financial Architects, we're a brokerage company, so we offer several different insurance companies and investment firms. So it is a permanent life insurance policy. So if mom lives to be 109 years old, that life insurance policy will be there when she's 109 years old. If mom is 1 month into the policy, then they will have a death benefit of whatever they choose. Jay, you had a question.
Yeah, are there any other policies that go hand in hand with it or pair well with it?
Great question. I know that seniors have long-term care policies that are very important. That's going to cover some of their ADLs. ADL stands for Activity of Daily Living. We have another video on that, but I think that that would probably go hand in hand well, but it's super expensive. So having a final expense life insurance policy is pretty much the last ditch effort in getting your family or friends or people that you care about a final expense life insurance policy that's going to cover all of the final expenses. Great question, Jay. Dre.
What would void the insurance policy?
So let's say you lie on the application and you say you did not have stage 1 cancer, and they find out later within a 2-year period that you had stage 1 cancer. They can void the contract because you lied on the actual life insurance application. Lots of people ask me about suicide. Hey, what if they commit suicide? Which God forbid that happens, but if they commit suicide, they need to have 2 years into the policy, and yes, the policy pays. So 2 years, 1 day later, a suicide will pay, or insurance company will pay on a suicide claim. Now keep in mind, every single insurance company is different, so there's always going to be different guidelines. So there's always exceptions to the rules, and what I'm talking about is majority of the insurance companies that we do business with. Jay.
Yeah, how long does the whole process take?
Great question. Again, we have several different companies. I know one company that comes to mind, you can have insurance coverage immediately. You do a telephone application, you're covered within 20 minutes. They give you an approval right over the phone, and then you send in the application. Most final expense life insurance companies will approve you within 3 days though. So great question, Jay. Dre.
When do you actually get the money, or the beneficiary gets the money?
Again, great question. So if you go to a funeral service and that funeral service puts a lien on your life insurance policy, you could get it immediately. Or the life insurance company, let's say you passed away within a 2-year right of refusal period is what the life insurance company gets. But if you pass away within that 2-year period, sometimes the insurance company will say, well, we're gonna investigate the claim. And it may take a month, it may take 2 months, but majority of the companies, the life insurance companies, will pay anywhere between, I've seen, a week or 2 weeks or within that period. But again, every single insurance company is different and their guidelines of paying are completely different. Jay, you had another question?
Yes. What's the maximum coverage?
So I have several different companies on my fingertips. So I can get one insurance company to get me an insurance policy at 25 grand. I could have another insurance company to get me another policy at 40 grand. I could have another one to get me 50 grand. So the question is, I guess it would be up to the insurable need of that prospective client. If they have estate taxes and you want to pay off the estate taxes through that final expense, that's one aspect of it. So the answer to that question is several. You can get several life insurance policies on one individual, several final expense life insurance policies on one individual. You'll see mailers, and which is really unfortunate. There's seniors that see, because they're home all day, they're retired. So they see all this publication about, hey, get a life insurance policy. And they have what's called teaser rates. So if they have a teaser rate and they send in a check for $42, that teaser rate may go up to $59 the next year or $72 the year after. So it's so important to understand the fine print when it comes to all these different life insurance companies. That's why it's super important to have the proper life insurance representative that represents you. Great question. Dre.
Can you divide this money up between different beneficiaries, and if so, how many?
So how many different beneficiaries can I have on the life insurance policy? Here's the answer. Unlimited. So if I wanted to give my money, my final expense life insurance policy to 100 different people, I can do that. I can separate it into 100 different 1% rates. So the answer is unlimited. You can have an unlimited amount of beneficiaries. You need a big long piece of paper to take all the beneficiaries' names and date of births and telephone numbers down though. Jay, you have another question? Dre?
Yeah, is the monthly payments going to be extremely high because of the age? They're obviously a lot older. A
lot of the insurance costs are based on lots of different things. So there's the age, there's the death benefits, so that's the amount of money that your beneficiary is going to get. And then lastly is going to be your health class. So age, death benefit, and health class is really what's going to be dependent on how much money you are paying to the insurance company for those different things. So let's just say I'm 81 years old and I want a $40,000 life insurance policy, and my health is great for an 81-year-old. I don't know who that it would be, but let's just say it's great. That's going to be a lot more expensive than a 67-year-old that is in great health and the death benefit is $40,000 because their age is a lot higher. Let's say I have somebody that wants $20,000 versus $40,000, then it's going to be fraction in half. So all these different things you have to take into consideration in actually getting one of these final expense life insurance policies. Jay, you had a question?
Yeah, how many owners of the policy can there be?
There can be one owner on the policy, but here's what's cool. Personally, I own a life insurance policy on my dad. The reason why is because I would have responsibility, and God forbid something happens to my pop, then I would need to take care of that. So I own the policy. He is the insured on the policy. All he had to do was sign 2 different spots and authorizing me to have ownership over the life insurance policy. So I own it, he is the insured on it, and I am the beneficiary, but I could have multiple beneficiaries here to pay the policy if something like that were to happen. Listen, I know that it's an uncomfortable subject to talk about and speak with your sisters and brothers about, even your aunts and uncles about. I've been there, done that, seen the movie, got the t-shirt, rented the video. I've had 4 different aunts that have cancer and passed away from it. So let me tell you, I understand how heartfelt it is, but throw gasoline on the fire and don't have any preparation for this type of stuff and it really gets bad. So here's what I'll tell you. You can contact us at the Financial Architects website, which is TFIA tfainsuranceadvisors.com. Or at the very least, you can contact us at our 800 number. That's 888-350-5396. We have several different agents that speak different languages. So if there's a language barrier, please don't hesitate to give us an opportunity to compete for your business and help you and your family out. Thank you so much.